politics. It's supposed to be about other stuff. So mix it
I
up.
don't talk about Hollywood. I don't know anything about it.
You met Justin Timberlake and Kid Cudi.
Doesn't mean I know anything about them.
You will soon. You meet like all the cool people in
Who
Hollywood.
cares? Met Madonna. She was short and weird.
Short and weird.
What, you just want to like videotape me saying that I met weird people that don't matter to me?
Yeah.
You know what matters to me? Socialism.
Okay. All right. Fine. Socialism.
No, I don't even want to talk about it.
Now you don't want to.
Now I want to talk about Lady Gaga and her newest album.
Well, last two podcasts we got into a lot of things, but yeah, you say you don't agree with you might not agree with everything like the Socialist Party. There's a lot of Socialist parties. This one in particular, Socialist Party USA, America's Voice for Democratic Socialism.
You know what it comes down to, Ben, is just like after the last couple years in the city, I don't believe that people are even rational enough.
People are even rational enough for what?
I mean, not even to like come to. Let me put it this way. To me, the closest thing to nature is capitalism or anarchism, which are very close to each other, in my opinion.
I haven't. Well, I'm gonna.
Because nature says that for survival of the fittest, and you get, the bigger whatever gets the more ba 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 ba. Like it's just an automatic chain of command from money, wealth, power. Whoever has the most balls does whatever. Like there's no let's care about the smaller animals, blah 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 blah. Make sure that they get fed. Make sure that they get, like, it's nature. It's survival of the fittest. It's fucking dog eat dog.
Yeah, but even in animals, you see charity amongst different members of a tribe, and
the tribe. What animal has a tribe?
Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees go out.
Man, fuck chimpanzees.
Certain
chimpanzees rape each other all the time. What does that say about us?
Well, human beings are both incredible feats of both incredible benevolence and incredible evil, okay? We run the spectrum from being a saint or being like a Socrates or being a Gandhi or being a Martin Luther King or being
all I'm saying is that whatever, there's a reason that I like
Hitler,
dogs more.
To being a Saddam, to being a Mao.
How many people have you met that are like Gandhi?
They're very few. But people will say, "Hey,
but that's
Joe
the point.
Donnelly,
There is such
lean more towards that end of the spectrum, and they lean more towards benevolence." Okay.
Yeah, but there's a certain point where it's not leaning towards. It's the masses. We're not talking about individuals anymore. We're talking about. You can't even say statistics because it's not documented. What, can you hear me or something? Am I like yelling at you?
No, if it's too close to your mouth, then you're going to mess up the audio.
Oh, sorry.
It's going to be way too loud, but...
there's a certain point where it doesn't come down to the fact that everyone has perfect examples of everything. There's,
But people tend to be... There are
I'm not talking...
There are scumbags, alright? There are people that are absolute scumbags, and there are people who are in general very good people.
There are. And there are perfect examples of everything, but I'm not talking about...
people in between that scale somewhere. Most people are somewhere in the middle. Some people are further towards benevolence. And
I'm just sick of people saying that it's black and it's white, because it's not. The world is gray.
It's a spectrum. Is there gray? And some people... It's going to sound racist. Some people are more black and some people more white.
That does sound racist.
It does sound racist, but people know that I'm not racist, so it doesn't matter. But we use the term black and white. We use it's terminology. But some people aim more towards the light, and some people more towards the darkness. There's a difference between someone like. I don't want to name particular names of people I know who are complete scumbags, Well, you know the difference between a scumbag and someone who's generally a good person.
It depends what you define scumbag as.
Someone who you invite into your house and steals all your stuff and is willing to rape girls and will stab you in the back and make
Is this on
like your best friend.
is this on online dictionary? Could you pull?
What?
I said, is this on online dictionary? You were just like, oh, scumbag is define verb. No, I'm kidding.
No, noun. And there's benevolent people that care about other people, that when they see people in need, they wonder how they can help them, who are charitable. There's doctors who, like, most doctors are very benevolent people. When they see people that are hurt, the reason they become doctors is because
Not for the money at all, you're right.
well, some doctors do get it for the money, and we know I know doctors like that. Not most of them, no. Most people that are drawn into medicine, for the most part.
No.
No.
You have too much. This is the difference between you and me. You have too much faith,
I
have too little.
Oh, please.
I wouldn't even say faith. That's the incorrect.
No.
It's faith for you, but it's hope for me.
I've seen surgeons cry. Okay, I've seen surgeons cry.
I've seen dogs cry. I've seen cats cry.
So what's your point? I know that dogs and cats.
We're all animals. Everybody cries, Ben. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that
when someone is in
they're
pain,
crying for themselves most of the time.
No, they're not crying for themselves. They're crying because the patient is in terrible pain, or because the patient died and she was very young. There are good doctors out there, and there are bad doctors.
Yes,
okay?
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I think most are bad.
You think most doctors are only in it for the money? I think
most people are only in it for their own benefit. Let's not be specific here. I'm not bashing doctors.
They're entirely 100% selfish.
Most people?
You think most people are completely 100% selfish?
Yes.
You just said you believe there's a spectrum. You're tired of people thinking it's black and white. So people are gray.
There is a spectrum, yes, because most people aren't good or evil. They're just selfish.
You say you're saying people are more towards.
I think people mostly do things for their own benefit, is what I think.
Yeah, well, they do, but
how many times do you see people that are really that self-sacrificing?
We don't have to self-sacrifice to make the world a better place. I mean, like,
you don't think it would?
Thomas Edison developed all these technologies and made the world a better place, and he also made a fortune. Bill Gates developed all this computer technology, and you could debate whether Bill Gates is a good person.
Can you?
But I mean, take Thomas Edison or Tesla. You take your average inventor. He makes a lot of money off his invention, but at the same time, he developed something that we all enjoy and use. You know, Henry Ford started a car company, and yes, I know I'm Jewish. I know about the crazy shit he wrote about the Jews. Nobody's perfect, but at the same time,
you're funny.
Okay. The fact is that for the most part, he created a business. He created these cars. And he created this mass production system where people could get around and improve the economy, and people could afford this new technology, this vehicle, and they could get around easier in it. And goods that people that didn't used to have access to could now be transported much more easier. And new jobs were created, and the economy grew. And he paid his workers very well, and he treated his workers like if you adjust for inflation, he pays workers better than we pay the average automotive person today. Did he also have?
I need to ask you a question.
Did he also have retarded views about Jewish people? Yes, but nobody's perfect.
That's some flaw that I would justify by saying no one's perfect.
Nobody's perfect, but for the most part, Henry Ford was a really good guy, and it proves that even though he might have been. But you also have people like, you also have philanthropists, people that earn like billions of dollars. Hey, look, guys, look Madonna. I know!
Yeah. Ah! I was just shit-talking Madonna.
You look like Joe Rogan. She meant Madonna.
She was short.
Anyway, no offense to Madonna. I love Madonna. I don't think she's short.
I love Madonna too.
She's a good woman. This is not a Madonna bashing podcast. But you have people that near the end of their lives, that they earned a fortune. Not only did they create all these businesses and then create all these jobs and like take scarce resources and they take like minerals in the ground and like they take lumber
and improve the world, and they join Greenpeace.
No. What about the people that build houses? They cut down. They take
Everybody
trees.
contributes to society as long as you're part of it.
Yeah,
that doesn't make anyone special.
But what they do is, I mean, like the baker does not bake bread for the benefit of.
Are you sure he doesn't?
For the benefit of the people who eat the food.
I'm agreeing with you.
But
he doesn't make it for it. He makes it for himself.
Yeah, but when I go to the baker, I want what he baked more than the dollar that's in my pocket. So it's a win-win situation. He wins and I win. Or if I go to Wawa, I want a cup of coffee.
I'm agreeing with it.
The guy behind the counter at Wawa
I agree
is not
with
making
you.
me coffee.
I agree with you. And guess what? The thing is that you keep saying is, see this finger right here? Let's just look at this finger. The way no, put it back the way it was.
Which way?
He was pointing at himself every time he said something. I want. When I want, he did these things that I like. My entire principle, my entire point is that people live and die on themselves, whether or not they're happy. My friend recently was caught with the weed. He was caught transporting weed from California. I keep on saying this because it's very relevant to my life right now. Caught moving weed from California, a couple pounds, which is a lot of weed, but moving it from California over to New York. Okay? He gets caught in Iowa. He is a dual citizenship, Turkey and Germany. Okay, and he gets caught